Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and we're going to be talking about speculations for next year. This is actually kind of crazy that this information has already been, I guess, released or at least speculated upon. But let's discuss. Now, of course, take this with a grain of salt. I haven't seen anybody else talking about this, so this could honestly just be pure speculation made from somebody not related to the Love and Deepspace team, so let's talk about it. Okay, so we have here the user Jing X Jazz is what I'm gonna I think that's how you say your name, so sorry. So I do not believe this shiz. And then this is the post. Now, I don't know who originally posted this, to be perfectly honest. It's okay if we kind of hide this information. But as you can see, there are a lot of like Apple emojis here. And I'm like, interesting. So, we have here starting November to December, and then January, then February to March, and then we have just months here. So, it's not necessarily a clear prediction. However, it looks like it could be possible, right? So, I went over to Google Translate, of course. My best friend in the world. I actually have Google Translate for pictures saved onto my desktop now. Not desktop, sorry. My browser, it's right here. Because I just use it so often. So here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so that way you guys can also see. Okay. So we have what we already know, right? We have July 22 to... Okay, so this is July. Let's go down to August. So this is the mixed banner that we have right now, which is 3.5 weeks, which is roughly 17 days. Then we have... why is this 17 days? 17 days, 3.5 weeks. That's like a little bit different, right? And then we have the birthday for Zane, and then his 7-day reprint, which is his birthday from last year. Then we have a monthly pass. I'm guessing this is the lunar card. So there's going to be a lunar card for Silas that's going to come out. Then we're going to have a mixed pool. And because it's a mixed pool, it's going to be, Caleb's going to be featured in it. And then we have Xavier's birthday. So this looks like what we had discussed earlier on in a previous video. Let me see if I can pull up the previous schedule that I had covered in a different video that I recorded today. Let's see if I can find that. So like it's like the new schedule that people are saying is going to be, I guess, what we're gonna reference from now on. Let me see. Ooh, baby. Sexy lady. Looks like it's not on my saved. Give me one moment, guys. I believe it's on my Discord. let me just, give me a second here. So, if you want to join our Discord server, go ahead and join the Discord server. There is a little Dropbox here where people can send me some shenanigans, whatever you want me to cover and whatnot. So this is the post. So this is the banner that people have been discussing, like the banner schedule that people have been discussing. Let me take myself off of the screen here. So we have, let's see, Silas... going up. Okay, so Zane's birthday, Silas lunar, Zane's, oh, interesting. So this one doesn't say that we're going to get Zane's myth card. So this is actually interesting because the original schedule that we had been following, this myth pair for Zane was actually pushed a little bit more back, and that is what this is reflecting right now. So interesting. So if we're gonna follow this, then it's supposed to be a multi-banner here. So this might be the collab that everybody's been talking about, like the collab with the cinema. And then we have Xavier's birthday with the rerun from last year, and then we have Zane's solar pair, his new solar pair coming out. So it's a little bit different from here. They kind of just switched these around a little bit. And then they switched these two. Because then we have, after Zane's myth, it's going to be Raphael's lunar pair. Not lunar pair. Lunar card. Solo lunar card. And then we have Silas's abyssal sovereign myth rerun. So that's what this is saying here. Interesting. Very interesting. So you can see that this schedule is a little bit like a month has passed, right? A month has passed and we have now pushed forward here. And then monthly pass, 9 days. What is this? Monthly pass. I don't know what this is. Is this like a mixed pool? What is this? This is kind of new. And then we have a mixed pool here. So what's this? Huh. Maybe it's a rerun. Do you think it's a rerun? It would say rerun though. Confusing. I don't know what this is. This is kind of new. And then you have anniversary mixed, which makes sense here. Roughly the same dates. Roughly. Very, very rough. And then we have February Valentine's Day. Then late February into March, we're going to get maybe Caleb's solar rerun here, which I feel like makes sense timeline wise. And then we're gonna get a mixed pool in April. And then what is this? Presumably a green life form. New Arabian. New love interest? I don't know. And then we have in June Caleb's birthday. So very interesting. I like looking at these things because it just offers a different perspective on what could possibly potentially come out for Love and Deepspace. It's just good to know because, you know, we don't get official news anywhere about what is possibly coming out. Let's take a look at the comments, see if there's anybody else talking about this, or at least, you know, giving us more information. Caleb mains who missed cards from this year will suffer like hell next year. Rip. That looks like it's true. I should smack everyone at Infold HQ right now. Can I get an English version, please? I wish I had one. I mean, Google Translate, guys. I mean, it's not really the best, you know, if you use Google Translate. You gotta really think about it. Info should do a fair scheduling because what the hell? What new schedule expected something like this? We don't have new content for our boy. Yeah, it really is a little bit sad because you won't really see Caleb getting a solo or a myth pair this year. You'll probably see something next year. In terms of him getting, I mean, you might get one solo, but that's pretty much it. You'll only ever really see him in multi-banners coming up, which is kind of unfortunate. But next year looks like he's gonna have a lot of reruns. So save, guys. I highly recommend that you save. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Take this with a grain of salt. I've only seen one person talking about this, so I don't know. If I see anything else pop up, I will, of course, talk to you guys about it and show it to you guys. But as far as I've seen, this is the only person who's been talking about this, and it's also based on the old schedule, not the new schedule that we've seen in a previous video that I just covered, which came out today and was highly circulated in Xiaohongshu. So definitely grain of salt, everything, massive grain of salt. Somebody corrected me on that, by the way. Is it massive grain of salt or is it like tiny grain of salt? I don't know. Just, you know, the doubts are high. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin. If you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do that. If you want to become a member, click the join button. And if you want to join the Discord server, the link is in my bio. Alright guys, I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye!